Hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. Hope you all are well and you're having a nice time. I am back with another video, and in this one I'll run you through my team selection for the round of 16 of the World Cup Fantasy. Of course, some of the teams have already qualified and we know what their fixtures are and some of them still have to play to know their fixtures. So yeah, we still do not have the option to pick out our team using the unlimited transfers for match day 4 for the round of 16. But I've just used the budget restriction. Keeping that in mind, I've constructed a draft graphically to show you how my side would look like. So yeah, meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do that and help me reach 700 subs sooner. So yeah, without further ado, let's just check out the team and see how my team would look like in match day 4 in the round of 16. So yeah, starting with the two keepers, I've picked up Pickford versus Senegal, and the reason to go for him is that I personally think that England would be able to keep a clean sheet with their good defense. They've been alright this season in the World Cup. They look like a top 5 side in the World Cup who has a chance to win the World Cup. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with Pickford at 5.5 million. He faces Senegal. Obviously, Senegal is not an easy side, but I still think England would easily edge past them, and I could see a 2-0 victory. That is my prediction for this game, and yeah, that would be an easy fixture for them. So that is why I'm pretty satisfied with Pickford at the back. Now there is also Noppert against USA. In case anything goes bad, I still have him for the backup. I'm still not sure who plays first, but if Noppert plays first, I'd place him in to play against USA. And if he ends up losing the clean sheet, definitely I've got the chance to play Pickford versus Senegal. So Noppert, I've kept him in for the record. He has kept 2 clean sheets, and that is in 3 match days, and that is a good successful record at the price he's being offered at. So yeah, that is why I've picked him up. Now let's look at how my defense would look like. So yeah, visible on your screens is my defense. I've gone for Robinson, who is a cheap option. He would be a bench filler, but definitely he'll play. If I need him, I would definitely put him in versus Netherlands. Definitely not a good fixture from the perspective of USA, but Robinson might end up providing us some of the attacking returns, as he's a wing back and he has a tendency to provide the attacking returns. Similar is the case with Sandro. We do not still know who Sandro plays, as the teams haven't qualified yet, and Sandro definitely has qualified. Brazil has qualified as the group leaders, probably. Yeah, they have qualified as the group leaders, so we still don't know who Sandro plays. Once that is decided, we'd be I'll put his fixture inside. But Sandro is someone I would definitely want in my side to cover that Brazil's good defense, and definitely for the attacking returns if he ends up providing. Similar is the case with Hernandez. Now I'm not pretty sure with or definitely looking at Poland side, they are not an attacking side. They played awfully versus Argentina. It was just luck that they qualified. Mexico wasn't able to score, and they ended up conceding. So I didn't like the way Poland played that game versus Argentina. So yeah, Poland would sit back, and Hernandez might end up keeping a clean sheet, but he's one of those players who again has a tendency to provide those attacking returns, and that is the sole reason why I've picked him up. Now Sosa, again a bench filler, a pretty cheap option. If we see a clean sheet, that is definitely a good one, but that is highly unlikely, as I think they have finished second. Yeah, they've finished second. Morocco tops the group, and they would either face Germany or Spain, or probably Japan too, if they the table changes. But so far, where I'm standing, currently there are 15 to 20 minutes in the Spain game and the Germany game. Currently, as things look like, Spain would top the group and Croatia would have to play them, which is again not a good fixture for them. Now if he ends up keeping the clean sheet, that would definitely be a bonus, but if he doesn't, I'd place him on the bench for another player. Now looking at Shaw, he's up against Senegal. I've already picked up Pickford, and the same reason to pick up Shaw is that the clean sheet looks on the clean sheet have points in this game are on a high probability, and I expect attacking returns from Shaw too, as he's pretty good with the crosses, and he was equally threatening in the previous game with his crosses and with his long balls. So yeah, that is why I picked up Shaw in this one. Obviously there's Trippier. If you want to go for him, Trippier definitely starts this one, as he was arrested in the previous one. Now we look at the midfield. Sorry for the two players going out of the pitch. Our pitch is a pretty I haven't resized the pitch yet. I still have to work for the work on the graphics a bit, with the office routine. It has been a little tough, but I'm still, managing and, trying my best to put up the best graphics. So yeah, five midfielders are visible on your screen. Jamal Musiala is someone to cover that Germany's attack. He was top notch in the game versus Spain. The two players that really stood out from the Germany side was Musiala and Sule for me. Musiala looked pretty good. He dominated the midfield. Obviously, Gavi and Pedri partnered up to, dispossess him a couple of times. But, in the first half, Pedri was awesome. In the second half, it was all the Musiala show. He ended up assisting for one goal that they scored. That Fulkrux actually scored. So yeah, definitely I've gone for Musiala, and an attacking player who can provide me those attacking returns if Germany goes big in the game. That would probably be against Morocco, defensively balanced side, but still Germany is Germany, and when they attack, they are a top-notch side. Now De Paul is one of those bench fillers. I'm highly disappointed by De Paul's game so far in the World Cup, from the point of view of the game, the real game. But as in fantasy, he's just 5 million. If he ends up providing those attacking returns, which are highly unlikely, and I've just picked him up, to get someone on the bench, so I can afford the likes of Olmo, Pulisic, and Musiala. So at 5 million, De Paul stays in my side, and against a weaker side, if obviously Argentina dominates the game, if they end up providing any attacking return, De Paul ends up providing any attacking returns, that would be a bonus for me. But De Paul is just a bench filler at 5 million, and I have done that to finance all the other midfielders that I've brought, and definitely I'd show you my forwards who are in my opinion the top of the line forwards for this one. But looking at the other midfielders first, I've got Saka versus Senegal. Saka obviously one of those, not a budget friendly midfielder, but one of those attacking midfielders. He's on the wings, and I think Saka could be a good one for this one. If you've got Harry Kane, you can definitely pick him up and retain him. But any attacker from the England side, that is definitely under the list of high probability starters, would be a good option versus Senegal. So yeah, that is why I picked up Saka in this one versus Senegal. Olmo hasn't got his fixture yet, who he plays against, but Olmo has definitely changed his game. He looks pretty nice in this World Cup. He wasn't playing at the highest level in his club football before the World Cup. So highest level of his game, obviously not his club. I'm talking about his game. So yeah, his performance was pretty down, but he looks a bit changed in Spain. He looks a better player, and he proposes a good attacking threat, and that is why I picked him up over Asensio. Now Pulisic definitely covers the USA's attack. Pulisic is their main guy, their main talisman. He's running the show there, and I think USA might hurt Netherlands. So yeah, that is the reason why I haven't gone for Dumfries in my defense, and Pulisic might be the guy who, if USA scores, who else would it be? It'll be either Pulisic scoring or assisting. That is obviously a high probability, and that is why I picked up Pulisic. Now looking at my forwards, there is a huge differential in here, but first we'll talk about Mbappe. Mbappe, someone I would actually recommend to keep throughout the season, as I think France would end up in the finals. That is again my prediction. If France continues to play the game they have been playing so far, they look like a really good side. I think that mystery thing, or whatever, a myth that was being carried throughout the years of the World Cup, when the World Cup is being played, that the World Cup curse, the winners are actually knocked out. They have actually kicked that myth out of the game, and they have really showed a good attacking tendency, that they have top-notch attackers: Kylian Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, Olivier Giroud. I heard that Benzema might be back. He has recovered from his injury. There's obviously Griezmann. So yeah, there's obviously Coman. So yeah, their attacking side is definitely, these attackers are definitely one of those players who might not be at the top level in their clubs, but they have been playing pretty well for France, and that has pretty much been the case for France in the previous World Cup too. All those players played really well in France, and that is why France is among the favorite in this one, and that is why I picked up Mbappe. He's their main talisman. He's definitely a great player, and he is definitely always among the attacking returns. In the 9 minutes he was substituted in the previous game, he posed a huge attacking threat, and Tunisia had to defend with their lives against him. He's good with pretty much everything. Now, second one is Messi. Obviously, he missed the penalty, but he was definitely the player of the game for me. He picked up some great key passes. He provided a couple of good balls to net in, but unluckily Alvarez couldn't finish, and similar was the case with Lautaro Martinez, who came on later, and Acuna also wasn't pretty clinical. Definitely he's a defender, but Messi was pretty alright in this one, and I think the route pretty much looks clear for Argentina so far, and I think they would end up in the semi-final somehow, as they've got Australia here, and if Netherlands or USA make it through, they would face them there. And are looking at Argentina, they are still a better side. I mean, they do not play one of those they do not play like one of those side who are a balanced side, and they play a game using some rules and some combinations. They just go in and they dominate and they try their best to score. That is how Argentina plays. I've obviously watched them in Copa America too, so that is their game. But some of their players are pretty out of form, a little bit out of form, but I still think they can bounce back, and they've gained their confidence back in the 2 games they played, and they ended up winning without conceding. So I've gone for Messi. Obviously, he's not pretty good on the penalties. That is pretty evident thing, but every other thing he does on the pitch is exceptional, and that is he's one of the greatest player of all time for me. Definitely there's Ronaldo too. I think both of them are top notch, and both of them are the greatest players that I've actually witnessed in my lifetime. So there is obviously the option of Ronaldo if you want to go for him, but I've picked up Messi, and definitely one of the armband contestant. And now the other one is Dembele, a huge differential. A lot of you would go for Richarlison. There's obviously Oliver Giroud and all the other forwards, Harry Kane. That all depends upon who you want to, but I think that Poland might be vulnerable. Their wing backs are obviously good, but the players that can dribble in would definitely hurt them, because they defend too deep. They depend a lot on their defense, and their structure is pretty squeezed when they are defending. So I think the players who can dribble in, who can cut in, like Ousmane Dembele and Kylian Mbappe, would definitely hurt them, as they are good finishers, better than the ones that Argentina have better than the one Argentina had in that game, and they have in this squad. So definitely I would go for Mbappe and Dembele in this one. So the armband would obviously change accordingly. There are two choices in every match day, and similar would be the case here. So currently what you're looking at is my draft. Let me know what are your plans below. My current rank is 6k, and I'm not sure if it is correct, but your original rank or the right rank would only be visible if you click that leaderboard button, because the one that is being shown on the screen, on the main screen, hasn't been updated since match day 1. I don't know, there are a lot of glitches in this game, but this is what the leaderboard shows. I'm not pretty sure if that is all right too, but 6k is what it shows, and it has changed so far since match day 1. So I'm leaning towards the one that leaderboard shows. 178 are my total points. I got 0.5 million in the bank. I'll definitely post the final team once we get to the stage where we can make the transfers. So this is pretty much it for now. This is my team. This is what it will look like probably it will look like in the round of 16. A couple of players would change. I would still play with the transfers and check out if I can fix in a couple of players. So let me know how your teams are looking like, and what are the players that are must own for the round of 16. So let me know below in the comments. Do subscribe, and please like the video. Thank you all for watching.